introduce Alexandre Fernandes from Universidade Federal do Ceará, who is going to talk about rigidity of Bilip's equivalence of weighted homogeneous function germs in the plane. Professor, thank you very much for accepting this invitation. It is a special edition on to Cidinha, and you may start when you're ready.
So, Inácio, thank you for the introduction. So, actually, I'm very happy to be here. It's an honor to me to talk about my lovely advisor. It's a really honor for me to have this opportunity here. Thank you very much for this. So, today I will do a talk not following the model of talk that I like. I like a talk with definition, motivation, in some proofs of results, or at least idea of proofs. But today is a special talk for me. Since this talk is special, I will do a different talk. I will avoid the proofs of theorems and results. I will focus on Cidinha contribution on a specific project. Okay, so let me start. Actually, Cidinha was my PhD advisor. I started my PhD at IMPA, not at USP. It was in 1999, and I spent a year there. And then my wife, that time, Claudia was my girlfriend, and she decided to move to São Carlos to try the master there in São Carlos. And I contacted Cidinha. First, I met Cidinha in Fortaleza. She was in the committee of my master defense. And I contacted Cidinha and asked about the possibility to transfer my position of student at IMPA to USP. And Cidinha told me that it was possible and welcomed me warmly there. So she said I need to do some exams in singularity theory. It was part of the PhD program. And I had no idea about the classical theory of singularity. And I remember I had two months to prepare myself to do exams. And Cidinha took me classes one-on-one. And it was a delight for me to have classes, individual classes with Cidinha about classical theory of singularities. Then I passed in the exams, and it was time to decide about the problem of the thesis. And Cidinha presented to me a list of 5 problems, as I remember, maybe 5 problems. It was completely different kind of problems. I remember one was a conjecture in X singularity about the map germs from C2 to C3, and the other one was in differential geometry. I don't remember all of them, but I remember it was at least 5. And I was scared. Maybe it was in my face. And I think it was clear for Cidinha that I was scared because I knew nothing about singularity, and she proposed to me another direction. And she told me, maybe you could follow with problems related to your master thesis in Lipschitz geometry. Maybe it's a good opportunity to me to know about this subject. What do you think for me? Then I followed this idea, and she proposed to classify complex curve singularities up to by Lipschitz change of coordinates. This was my problem, and I started to try to solve this problem, but it was not easy for me, and it was time to think another problem. And I was studying classification of functions up to analytic change of coordinates or topological change of coordinates. And that time I learned that, let me tell you what I'm talking about. You have a germ of function. So for two germs of function, we say they are equivalent. If you can receive one germ from the other up to a change of coordinates, in this case is phi, the change of coordinates. And when this change of coordinates is a bianalytic diffeomorphism, you say the terms are analytic equivalent. When this change of coordinates is a homeomorphism, you say they are topological equivalent. And when this change of coordinates is by Lipschitz, we say they are by Lipschitz equivalent. And I was thinking about to see what happens with general functions in the real plane up to by Lipschitz equivalence. I learned that if you try to classify up to bianalytic diffeomorphisms, in this case appear the so-called moduli. We have the many uncountable classes of equivalence. We have a continuous of this class of equivalence. In the topological case, you have just finite many when you bound the degree of polynomials. And that time I was thinking about the by Lipschitz equivalence. My plan was to prove that for germs of functions, the moduli didn't appear. It was my plan. And my idea was to show that the geometry of the special fiber, the Lipschitz geometry of the special fiber, control the Lipschitz geometry of the function. And the idea was to use my work with Lefebvre-Brahe, the classification of curve singularities in the real case, to prove that such a result. But in 2001, I was disappointed that Paruszynski showed that this family of functions is very simple example. We have for T in S generic enough, Ft is not by Lipschitz equivalent to Fs. So the moduli appears for the by Lipschitz classification of functions. And I had some results. All of them, I was trying to prove the opposite of this result of Paruszynski. I was trying to prove that if you have a deformation of a function germs, you can do this deformation by Lipschitz trivial, just control the special fiber of the functions. And I learned some techniques from Cidinha, the so-called the flow of the controlled vector fields, and I tried to use these techniques, but I didn't succeed. As you see, there was a counterexample. But fortunately, I solved the problem of complex singularity classification, and I defended my PhD in 2002. This is the picture to prove that I defended. I succeed. In that picture, Cidinha, myself, Marcelo Saia, Lev Pibraí, Abraham Hefes, and Márcio Soares, the committee of the defense. So let me explain what I learned from Cidinha about the controlled vector field. So we arrive in this definition of strongly by Lipschitz triviality of family of function terms. Let me explain. Suppose you have two general functions, f and g. You say they are strongly by Lipschitz equivalent if you can put those germs in a family of functions. Here, the family is f, capital F, which depends on a parameter. So that f is f0, for example, and g is ft0, t0 different to t. And you have a family of vector fields, one parameter vector fields, satisfying that they are Lipschitz with respect to the coordinate x. This constant doesn't depend of the parameter of the vector field. 2, the vector field is tangent to the leaves of the family. That is the second condition. And then third condition is the vector field along the axis of the formations is constant. It's just the t around the t here. The three conditions. We have a picture of that. This is the picture. F is f0, g is ft0. We put f on the bottom, and g on the top. And f, capital F, is the family. You have the leaves of f here. In blue, the special fiber of f, capital F. And the vector field should satisfy along the parameter of the formation. It is constant here. We need the flow of the vector field sent to the center of the germ to the center of the germ. This is the third condition. The second condition say that the vector field is tangent to these leaves. And the first condition say the vector field is Lipschitz. So when you integrate this vector field, the flow send the bottom to the top. And the flow comes by Lipschitz family of homomorphisms. Yeah? Family of by Lipschitz homomorphisms. Then this is a way to trivialize a family of functions and to show that f is by Lipschitz equivalent to g. Then, using this technique, we prove the following theorem. Suppose you have a quasi-homogeneous singularity of the type R1, Rn, and D. It means that R1 is the weight of the first coordinate, Rn is the weight of the Rn coordinate, and D is the degree of weighted homogeneous of F. Suppose all of the member of the family as isolated singularity. So is the filtration of the direction of the formations is at least D plus Rn minus R1. We suppose R1 is smaller than R2, is smaller than R3, and the Rn is the greater one, and R1 is the smaller one. If this filtration is at least D plus Rn minus R1, then you prove this deformation is by Lipschitz trivial. We were actually before the paper of Parushinsky and he, we had this theorem. The idea was to build a vector field using a control function. This is the control function here. And the main lemma of the paper is that one, when you have a quotient here, HT divided by rho. If the filtration of HT is at least 2K plus Rn, then this derivative is bounded. It means that this function here is Lipschitz. Actually, this was not new. The seminal paper, when you see these ideas, is in a paper by Cidinha and Marcelo Saia, published in 1997. And we just mimic the idea of and you adapt this idea to the Lipschitz situation. Then this is the vector field. This is the coordinate functions of the vector field, and using that lemma, you show this vector field is Lipschitz. Then these vector fields satisfy the condition that it's tangent to the leaves of the deformation, and when you integrate, you have your family of Lipschitz homomorphisms. And in that paper, we show that our estimates are sharp. You had this function here, which is a weighted homogeneous of the type n1, and the degree is 3 times n. Then the greater weight is n, and the smaller one is 1. Then our threshold is 4n minus 1 here. So when you deform this map here, this function is a kind of a Henri-Parshinsky example. The filtration is smaller than our number, our special number, and you show this family is not strongly Lipschitz trivial. Then it shows that our theorem is optimal. Recently, a bright mathematician who is not with us, Mihai Tibar, just passed away some days ago. Sorry. Mihai Tibar, Amigos, and Paunescu show that if you have T and S generic in this family, exactly this family, they are not Lipschitz trivial. And this is stronger than we show in our paper. We just show this family is not strongly Lipschitz trivial, but Mihai showed that Ft is not Lipschitz equivalent to Fs if T and S are generic enough. So I don't know when Cidinha formulated this question. I just remember when she told me this question, she was looking at the sky and saying, "Oh, I see in the tangent space there is no room to deform a family of functions, a weighted homogeneous function, in such a way that it's Lipschitz trivial, but it's not analytically trivial." And I'm sorry, Cidinha, I didn't see that. It's clear that there is no room. Look at the tangent space of the function. It was not clear for me. For her, it was a kind of theorem. And that time, I forgot this question, and I start to think another things. I came back to Fortaleza and start to think about the singularities of surface with Lev-Vibrahi. We focus on a set of problems around that subject, and we decided to visit São Carlos together, Lev and me, and that time...
Alexandre, let me ask you something. Alexandre.
Okay.
If you consider the family just where the zero set is the union of 4 straight lines, right? This just with one intersection at one point. just consider this family as a homogeneous family, right? It's a homogeneous family, but you always say the quasi-homogeneous, but not homogeneous. But if you know what I mean.
I know.
X minus y1, x minus y2, something like this, right?
I know. Mm-hmm. We will talk about the Cidinha's question, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. The point is, the question is for genuine weighted homogeneous singularities. This is homogeneous.
Yes.
The genuine. Thank you for the remark. We talk about genuinous weighted homogeneous, which is weighted homogeneous but not homogeneous.
So, but what I wanted to stress that in the homogeneous case, the Lipschitz triviality we have, and the analytic triviality we don't have, right?
Yes, right. This family of 4 lines, you have by Lipschitz triviality, but you have continuous modality here. We have modality in this family.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry for the question.
Oh, thank you for this. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Alexandre. I think there is other person who wants to ask a question. Carlos?
Carlos?
No, so, okay, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, outra pessoa.
Oh, okay, so let's go. Go ahead.
Okay. So that time, we are visiting São Carlos, Lev and me, and Cidinha invited us to join a project with John Carlos, his PhD student, about by Lipschitz contact equivalence of function germs. Something it's easier than R by Lipschitz equivalence of germs. And Cidinha put a natural question about the finiteness theorem for this equivalence relation. We say F and G are contact by Lipschitz equivalence if up to a by Lipschitz change of coordinates, F and G has the same size. It's comparable size here. The quotient G composed with the by Lipschitz change of coordinates divided by F is bounded above to 0. We have two constants control this quotient here. As a consequence, you have to the same 0 sets, for instance. Then Cidinha asked about the finiteness theorem for this equivalence relation, and we succeeded in a joint paper with Birbraí, João Carlos, and Cidinha. We proved that if you take polynomials with n variables and degree bounded, you have just finitely many by Lipschitz contact equivalence class. And in 2010, Cidinha and Guillaume Valette generalized this for map germs. It's a good generalization. It's not easy generalization of our theorem. And Cidinha put Valette on this project and prove a nice result. So come back to Cidinha's questions for the R by Lipschitz equivalence of functions. In 2010, I decided to spend a year in São Carlos, on a sabbatical year there. And Cidinha told me, Cidinha proposed to focus on this question here, this conjecture. Maybe we can use this year to prove this conjecture. This is exactly what she said to me. And we prove a partial result. The conjecture says that you have a filtration between that estimated we state in our theorem. If you deform with filtration greater than this number here, we are by Lipschitz trivial. It was proved in our first paper. Then if you deform with filtration between the degree of the weighted degree of the function and this number, Cidinha believed that by Lipschitz triviality implies analytic triviality. And actually, you prove a partial result for germs of functions in the plane. If you deform with degree exactly d, so you have a family of weighted homogeneous singularities. Okay? And if you suppose they are strongly by Lipschitz trivial, then you conclude they are analytic trivial family. It was proved in 2013, but we solved this problem in 2010. This is exactly the statement of the theorem. We have a family of non-homogeneous, weighted homogeneous. Each element of the family has isolated singularity. If the family is strongly by Lipschitz trivial, then the function germs are pairwise analytic equivalent. So the idea of the proof, as I said, was I had no idea how to prove. Then Cidinha suggested to use classical theory of singularities. Then you prove that there exists a function that the direction of the formation minus this function, which depends only of t times this guy, vanish on this polar curve. Then you use the homogeneity of the deformation to prove this direction of deformation is in the tangent space of the function, and you use the matter lemma to conclude. And for me, it was not a right way to follow, but it worked, and it was a surprise for me. This result was not natural, but for Cidinha not. It was, she was expecting something like that. And there is if you can think about generalization of this result for more variables, there is an example in our paper. For more variables, you need more hypothesis here, because this is weighted homogeneous, is not homogeneous, is by Lipschitz trivial, but not analytic trivial. So then, as I said, this question was a project of Cidinha. She was focused on this question, and she continued to influence people to work around this project. After our paper, she invited Leonardo to join this project, and she published a nice paper with Leonardo, where they describe the moduli space of weighted homogeneous functions that with the Parushinsky invariant is constant. So you take a family of weighted homogeneous functions with Parushinsky invariant constant. Then they describe the moduli of this weighted homogeneous function, and they have nice results. For instance, they prove that if you have a by Lipschitz class equivalence of weighted homogeneous function, they prove that the analytic types is bounded, each class. It's in their paper. This paper was published in 2022, maybe there is a preprint in 2020. So with Nan and Sorab, Cidinha started to develop a question about the stable maps, stable from the by Lipschitz point of view. I remember when we start to think about classification, by Lipschitz classification of function, she proposed to me to think about this, but was quite difficult, and I was not so brave to try to solve this problem, to describe the stable maps from the By-Lipschitz point of view and look nice dimension as Marta did for the By-Lipschitz point of view. And she started this project with Nan and Sorab. And in the By-Lipschitz case, we have modality. It's as natural to think about the Lipschitz simple function gems, and they describe in a joint paper with Cidinha, Sorab, and Yan describe the Lipschitz simple function gems. So when recently, with Raul, Cidinha generalized our paper, this paper of the By-Lipschitz triviality implies the analytic triviality for weighted homogeneous. They consider functions defined on singular varieties, singular surface, not on the plane. Suppose we have a weighted homogeneous function germ defined on a weighted homogeneous singular surface. Then they prove that By-Lipschitz triviality, strongly By-Lipschitz triviality of such a family of functions implies the analytic triviality. It's a very nice result. Raul told me this. It's almost published this result. We can find this in the archive. In parallel, you have many projects around the topic. As I said, Mihai, Migos, Paunesco, and Marcelo Saia, Humberto Soares, and João Carlos Costa, they studied the By-Lipschitz triviality, map gems up to other change of coordinates, not only for the right one. And recently, we have a paper by Mendes and Dimitri Kerner, where they find a very nice way to trivialize the formation of weight homogeneous ice, now avoiding vector fields. When they avoid vector field, they can trivialize using semi-algebraic homomorphisms. This is a very new result, and you can find this also in the archive. And they generalize our first result with Cidinha in 2004. So this is just to show this virtuosity of Cidinha, the ability to connect mathematician, ideas, and generation. It was this kind of proposition I learned in Miami from the Juliana, the daughter of Cidinha. She tried to define Cidinha in one, 2 or 3 words, and she said Cidinha knows how to put people together. So this is a photo during the Valencia Set conference in my city, Fortaleza. That time I realized that I know many people because of Cidinha. Most of them people from abroad in other countries, from other cities in Brazil, I know is because of Cidinha. And this is why I put this picture here with my family, Gaspar, her husband. This is my son, my daughter, my wife, Cidinha, and Gaspar. So let me sum up about my project with Cidinha, of this rigidity project. We start with By-Lipschitz determinants. We know how to deform to get By-Lipschitz trivial family. In 2013, we proved if By-Lipschitz triviality implies analytic triviality. In 2022, Ruas and Kammer described analytic moduli of function with constant Henri Paruchitsky invariant. And this year, I could share ideas with Leonardo Kammer. It was a plan of us to have a paper together, but it was not possible. Then Cidinha did this for us. Cidinha invited Leonardo to work on the topic that I was shared with her. And then because of that, now I have a paper with Leonardo, and this paper is a culmination of our project with Cidinha, and we proved that by Lipschitz equivalence implies analytic equivalence. We don't use that strong hypothesis of the using vector fields to construct the by Lipschitz equivalence between function germs to prove that the by Lipschitz equivalence implies the analytic equivalence. So, and we finished this paper with Leonardo in this year, 2005, in February. And in March, Cidinha was visiting us. It was a conference organized by Lev Bibraí in a village nearby Fortaleza, Caponga, Ceará. Very nice village, a beach there. And I tried to talk about Cidinha, about my paper with Leonardo, but I decided to postpone this. I used the time to talk about the organization of Brazil Mexico and the other things with Cidinha, and I decided to talk about my paper with Leonardo in another moment, maybe the middle of the year in conference in São Carlos. And actually, I had no time to talk about this paper with Cidinha. She passed away before I could talk with her. So this is the statement of my paper with Leonardo. Suppose you have an homogeneous, quasi-homogeneous polynomials. If f and g are by Lipschitz equivalent, then they are analytic equivalent. The idea was to prove this with this new in these papers, the introduction of this weighted blow-up technique to control asymptotic by Lipschitz behavior. Using this weighted blow-up technique, we can we have a reduction of the problem to analyze the function, height function of the weighted homogeneous function. This is one variable function. So the by Lipschitz equivalence using this weighted blow-up technique implies the affine equivalence of the height functions. Then to analyze the affine equivalence of functions in one variable, you just look the multisets of the zero sets. Then this analysis of the multisets of the zero sets of the function gives you the moduli of the function, the by Lipschitz moduli of the functions, completely. Then this is how we can prove our theorem. So, and this is a selected paper that I mentioned here. We start with Parushinsky and a paper with Cidinha in 2004, by Lipschitz determinacy, and our paper in 2013 about rigidity, paper of Leonardo with Cidinha, my paper with Leonardo, paper of Cidinha, Trivedi, and the paper of Cidinha and how maybe this gives you an idea about our project on this kind of rigidity of by Lipschitz triviality. So I'd like to say thank you.